I was sitting at my desk one afternoon this fall, and one of my 12th graders, Shane, came in, and without saying anything, he just started writing quotes on the wall, on the whiteboard, from his favorite novel. It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. It's about this kid who ends up going into a psych ward because he tries to commit suicide. And without turning around, Shane asks me if I know that the author, Ned Vizzini, killed himself. And I say, I did know that, because Ned Vizzini is one of my favorite writers too. Then he puts his bag down and he tells me he's in love with his best friend, and he calls himself Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And I say, you're a one-man band? And he says, unfortunately. Shane starts coming by in a lot of afternoons after that. I don't know why, but all the sad kids always know to come to me. And he gives me short stories that he's writing. I give him short stories that I'm writing. He tells me that he found my secret Tumblr with all my comics on it, and he loves it. And I tell him, don't tell anybody. The truth is, I end up identifying with Shane more than I do with my adult colleagues. I don't know why. But one night he texts me at like 1 in the morning, and it wakes me up. And he says, Mr. Daly, I want to talk to you as a friend. And I say, okay. And he says he's not going to be in class tomorrow because he has to go into a psych ward. He says he took a bunch of sleeping pills. He wanted to kill himself. But then he changed his mind, and he woke his mom up, and he coughed them all up. And my heart's racing, but I remind myself I'm his teacher, and I go into teacher mode, and I say I'm sorry, and I say I'm glad you told your mom. The next day, I call his mom, and I go with her to the psych ward. They only let family in, so I have to say that I'm his uncle. And she smokes like 1,000 cigarettes before we go in. And me and her go upstairs. We meet with Shane at this like cafeteria-style table in this room that's like bright red and blue and yellow. And the first thing Shane says to me is, Mr. Daly, I don't belong here. I'm not insane. And I say, I know you're not insane. That's what I've been telling you. You're not insane. You're just sad. He says, last night, after he took the pills, he thought about, it's kind of a funny story, and he thought about Ned Vizzini. And he said he feels like him and Ned Vizzini are like the same person. And it made him so sad that Ned Vizzini wanted to kill himself because he cared about him so much. Then he looks right at me and he says, then I thought, if I can care about him so much, and we're so similar, maybe I can care about me more than I realize. I tell him I like that idea a lot, and then he laughs and he says, you gave it to me. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you said that to me after school one day. You're the reason I'm still here. I get out onto the street and I wait for this teacher version of me, Mr. Daly, to fade away so I can turn into the disaster of who I know that I really am, but it doesn't go away right away. And that night, I do find a way to feel stupid about everything. I can always find a way to feel bad about everything. But for a minute, standing there on the street, I thought, maybe Shane is right. I don't trust my own judgment anyway. Maybe the way that he sees me is who I really am. Or maybe it's at least who I could be.